Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the new Crashlings Meteor Mutants from Outer Space, the Catapult City playset. Included, you get yourself 3 Crashlings, one from sea life, one from insects, and one from monsters. Catapult, slide, zipline, and crash your Crashlings into what looks to be cityscapes. We've also got ourselves a slide, a couple of catapults. Looks like we're going to have some real fun with this particular setup. Of course, choking hazards, small parts, and small balls not recommended for children under 3 years of age, indicated down below. This comes to us from the folks over at Wicked Cool Toys. On the back of the box, a picture of the Catapult City playset when you've got it all set up. Features, meteorite control tower, we've got a zipline blaster, high-speed launch ramp, and of course your catapults. Stadium seats down below as well for staging and displaying your Crashlings. To check out more from Crashlings, you can head over to www. In fact, let me flip it around on the underside there. You can go to www.crashlings.com. For also other things from Wicked Cool Toys, you can go to www.wickedcooltoys.com. Spot's going to take himself a break and get this opened up. We're going to put it together, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Crashlings Catapult City playset. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. When you open up the box, you get something that looks like this. So several different bags that we will be putting together. You get yourself an instruction guide, and you get yourself some stickers. Having said that, you can get something that looks like this and turn it into something that looks like this. Now, you can't see all of it. There's the rest of it right at the top there. We'll get into it in a second. But before we do that, some of the things that, sticker-wise, what we had to apply, I put a couple of stickers on the tiles. You see right here. You actually get 4 of them, and they stack right on top of one another. It's not to say that you couldn't stack 3, but I would imagine balancing them after a while might be a bit of an issue. Sticker application was also applied to the ramp. The ramp and the beams, I guess, holding the launcher up at the top. Of course, we'll get into that. And lastly, stickers were applied to the main platform. So, I guess before we actually launch and show how it works, the Catapult Center, let's first have a look at the individual Crashlings that came with this set. Now you do get a black one, a blue one, and red one. Insects, what was it, sea life, and monsters. Let's open up the monsters first. Now it seems like only one of them will come with the rubber meteorite that we've seen before. The other 2 are just straight out plastic. When we take the rubber things, when peeling this off, I always feel like I'm going to drop the little critter and he's going to land on the floor. But you get your meteorite popping. Oh, there it disappeared. It's magic. It's not really magic. I was just clumsy. Taking the monster out, you get this little guy right here. He kind of looks like he should be a sugar cereal mascot. Kind of also looks like the Green Goblin. He's cute, though. He is definitely cute. Included also, the same thing that you got with the other Crashling packs, you get a Crash Tronomy gameplay. Which again shows you just the same games that we looked at before with the Insects 10-pack. However, on the back, once again, the reference guide, very crucial. The reference guide allows me to tell you that this particular guy, if I'm looking at my guide here, I actually don't see him. I don't see him. He's here somewhere. The hunt. Oh, there he is. Draculaunch. He kind of looks like... Okay, I see it. Draculaunch. Alright, moving that aside. So you get Draculaunch, a little Crashling character. Let's open up the Sea Life. And again, these 2 halves are just straight plastic. And we get this little guy right here. It looks like he's got his underwear on backwards. No, I guess that's the right way for underwear. Spot apparently has no idea how underwear sits on people. And this guy is, if I'm looking once again at the list, this would be Rocktopus. Rocktopus. It actually is featured right down below there, Rocktopus. Right there. Again, peg hole on the underside of the character here. Rocktopus. And lastly, of the insects, the insect offerings, the third Crashling that you get inside this set. And I would assume that these are all random, so it's not to say that you may get the same ones as Spot. Maybe if you've got this set yourself, let me know which ones you guys were able to find in this set. But this particular one, we've seen him before. Yes, we have. Although he was a different color, I think, from what memory serves me. This particular one was, Shuttle Shell. Shuttle Shell, although he's blue. I think the Shuttle Shell we had before was red with an orange shell. And I think there was also a different colored one as well. But I like this guy. He's a hard-working little guy, little insect. Kind of looks like he's wearing a football helmet. Which then brings us, of course, to Catapult City. And it looks neat. Now, granted, I can't probably fit all of it on camera, but what you're going to do is you got your main little launcher here. You got a little container up at the top, and I'll show you guys that in a second. You got the actual, what's it called? The zip line. Thank you, zip line. I drew an absolute blank. The zip line, however, you're going to take it, and there is a peg hole right there at the very base, and you're going to peg it into place. You'll know right away which way to peg it to, because this little dash, see that little notch? That little notch sits right at the back there. You see that little groove? That pegs right into place, and you just want to make it a little bit taut. No, I'm not teaching it anything. Taut just basically means I'm making it tight so that the line is tight. And it comes also with these little stacks that you can put underneath the ramp. And if all things go well, you can have it launch successfully into the platform. That is where you're going to take your tiles, and you're just going to build, I don't really know what you want to build, like a little tiny city, a little miniature city. That spot's got a little hair there. A little miniature city. I'm going to stack these up, just like so. Take the tiles again, I'm just going to put them one on top. I mean, you could try to group them in specific colors if you so wish. I'm just going to take them and group them together. Oops. And try not to drop one, certainly, on the floor. This could also be a prime opportunity to take your Crashlings and put them back into their little meteors, because we're going to use these. Take the insect, put it in his meteorite. You don't have to necessarily put them in their respective colors, but... Oh, and then also the last one has disappeared. It's completely vanished. So this little guy is going to sit it out while the other ones have fun in their meteorites. So you're going to take your meteorites. The other thing also that was included with the Catapult City is a catapult, which catapult-wise works extremely well, actually. You can put the meteorite on there, let it fly, and it will go to... Well, the black hole is now behind us, so it would go literally into the black hole, and we will never see it ever again. However, though, what you can also do with these is, at the very top of Catapult City is a holder, a little canister. You're going to take your meteorites and just drop them in the top. Take another meteorite, drop it in the top, and close that off. Just like so, like that. And you'll see that there's a little lever right here. Can you see it? Right there, there's a little lever. Well, what you're going to do, this is where the fun happens. This little lever is almost like a little gumball machine. When you flick it, I'm going to move the camera down a little bit so you guys can see. When you flick this, flick it back. There we go. Flick this back, it's going to launch one of the meteorites. You ready? And you're going to probably see the meteorite go down, up, and hit into these tiles. These little building cities. So we're going to flick this lever back, and as you saw, it launches out the meteorite towards the buildings. The other way that you can play the game too, or you can play with Catapult City, is take one of your Crashlings, And remember we were talking about the little peg on the underside here? There is a peg on this little cart, I don't know what you would want to call little dish. And you're going to take it right at the very top, hook it onto the cord, and of course making sure, there's that word once again, making sure it's nice and taut. You're going to move it up to the top, and you're going to let it move down the zip line. And again, it will launch itself. Are you alright? Yes? It's going to launch itself down the zip line, hitting again those tiles. The individual Crashlings you can also put on the little pedestal here. You can kind of have them just around the middle section here of the Crashlings launch, I guess, landing pad. The Crashlings Catapult City is really a fun thing for the kids. Certainly, if you have been collecting the Crashlings and wanted to find the ways to use the meteorites other than just the bowling and flicking the meteorite lids, Catapult City allows you to certainly add extra element to playing with them. The stadium seats are a good way to house the Crashlings that you're not using, so you can put them just on the end there, and they can just watch the action as the rest of the Crashlings move down the zipline blaster and also sit way up in the meteor control tower. By the way, also the meteor control tower way up at the top that we've seen already can house up to 12 Crashling meteors. So to some extent, really, when you're not displaying them in their individual Crashlings, if you want to keep them in their meteorites, you could kind of really just keep them up there, and when you're ready, you can launch them out towards the cities down below. Today's toy spot, and today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the wicked cool toys, the Crashlings Catapult City playset. Really a fun way to incorporate something which was already equally fun, the Crashlings collectible pieces, but including them in a way that you can play with them in... This kind of reminds me certainly as well of some of the stuff that we had back in the day too, where things like Hot Wheels and other ramp play sets. This is the idea of taking a ramp play set and incorporating the Crashlings. So like these quite a bit, and certainly stay tuned, guys. The spot's going to have a lot more collectible spots heading your way. Thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you guys next time. Now I think I'm going to go take this and go launch. See you guys later.